environmental challenges such as heat and humidity. This technology could be used in clothing or footwear, as well as in health-related products such as implants designed to adapt to the human body. Yeah, this is the future that is coming. And please know and remember that this book was published 7 years ago in 2016. We have had a ton of progress since then. But you heard and saw correct. They plan to artificially create human cells and organs. I think people will be very surprised to know the technologies used in the most recent World Health Scare when they gave half the world this unknown solution. I think it's important to know what they are planning and what they're capable of, because when things get rolled out, it will not come with the choice of acceptance or not and continue on with your life. It will come with, accept this or we will shut down your life. And maybe if this video was made in 2019, you would just say that's crazy or just conspiracy theory, never could happen. But after what we just went through with the solution, you should know they have plans and methods to roll out controversial medical procedures. Schwab also speaks of advanced robotics, and for time's sake, I won't dive into that because I think anyone with the smallest amount of discernment can recognize the danger of having robots moving throughout our society. But people, they still accept it. The biggest application of this will be when they employ them for what they call public safety. So like I said, as we saw the mayor introduce the robo-dog or whatever they call it, people don't recognize that this is the first step. You see, they roll out a smaller dog that seems powerful but controllable. And then they just expand the technology to robo-humans, robo-cops. They've been alluding to this for decades. The police force will be robots. This is a part of what they mean when they say police reform. This is also part of the reason why they want to get rid of rapid-fire guns. All of you who think having a gun will save you, you don't have a clue about what they are planning. Yah is our only source. These people are not playing by the same rules that you are. The next megatrend he speaks of is digital. Listen to what he says here. One of the main bridges between the physical and digital applications enabled by the fourth industrial revolution is the Internet of Things, IoT, sometimes called the Internet of All Things. In its simplest form, it can be described as a relationship between things, products, services, places, etc., and people that is made possible by connected technologies and various platforms. You see, this part is crucial because this all will be used to change our lives. This includes many different agendas, like for instance with artificial intelligence. There is so much in the news about ChatGPT and the other major companies looking into AI. Many people raising alarm bells about it, trying to scare us about a Terminator type situation. We hear Elon Musk talk about it a lot. I don't really care about all that noise because that is nothing that Yah has told us to worry about in regards to the end of the world. They are just raising the alarm bells to get us to want them to build regulation or rules about writing them into our society.
Musk and hundreds of influential names, including Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak, are calling for a pause in experiments, saying AI poses a dramatic risk to society unless there's proper oversight.
I think we need to regulate AI safety, frankly, because it is, I think, actually a bigger risk to society than cars or planes or medicine.
They want us to be so scared that we agree to them writing the rules for artificial intelligence being implemented in our lives. ChatGPT is a lot of things. I mean, look at all the different things they say it can do.
It took Netflix more than 3 years to reach 1 million users, but it took ChatGPT just 5 days. Techies everywhere short-circuiting with excitement. OMG, ChatGPT is about to make my life 10 times easier. But what is it? ChatGPT is a state-of-the-art natural language processing model developed by OpenAI. It is specifically designed for conversational language and is capable of generating responses to input in a way that mimics human conversation. That description, by the way, comes from ChatGPT itself. We asked. Think of it as Google, but with more human-like features. Plus, it's free.
You can ask a very specific question like, give me 5 tips for how to use my camera. You can ask it to write a poem or a play or a song. It really can kind of comprehend almost any request. And then it spits out language that sounds like it was written by a human being.
We also asked it to write this entire script, which it did. But it didn't take into account that we'd need our expert to weigh in. A lot of the headlines are that this might make Google obsolete. Do you see that possibly becoming reality?
If I were Google, I would be a little bit nervous just because this interface is sort of the thing that everybody has wanted forever. I mean, this is the closest thing I've seen to like the Star Trek computer, where you say what you want and it responds instantly.
For better or for worse, many educators are already worried about how ChatGPT might become a surrogate student when it comes to homework.
Kids could use this to grade something which a teacher could probably not identify as not having been written by a human.
Non-students can use ChatGPT for other tasks. Here's ChatGPT drafting an email to my bosses asking for a raise. OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT, says it's using this technology responsibly. The bot won't answer any salacious questions, for example. But this is only the beginning.
There will be other companies who come up with similar technologies who don't care so much about being responsible.
This is just the next step of reducing how much they actually need people in order to get things done. You are witnessing the technology that will replace you. So when your job in this system can be done by AI, what do you think your value in their future is? When they have all these jobs that a computer and artificial intelligence can do, what do you think our children will be doing? You need to think about all this as you engage with this world. Like I said, there are a lot of different parts to the digital megatrend, but the most important is the new economic system of control that will come through the technology of cryptocurrencies and the blockchain. Schwab says, the digital revolution is creating radically new approaches that revolutionize the way in which individuals and institutions engage and collaborate. For example, the blockchain, often described as a digital ledger, is a secure protocol where a network of computers collectively verifies a transaction before it can be recorded and approved. The technology that underpins the blockchain creates trust by enabling people who do not know each other and thus have no underlying basis for trust to collaborate without having to go through a neutral central authority, i.e., a custodian or central ledger. In essence, the blockchain is a shared, programmable, cryptographical, secure, and therefore trusted ledger which no single user controls and which can be inspected by everyone. Blockchain technology records financial transactions made with digital currencies such as Bitcoin. It will in the future serve as a registrar for things as different as birth and death certificates, titles of ownership, marriage licenses, educational degrees, insurance claims, medical procedures, and votes. Essentially any kind of transaction that can be expressed in code. That's scary. You see, people love to talk about the liberation they feel cryptocurrencies are going to bring to the world. But that's just being naive and people hoping that they finally can be first to the party and have some kind of financial success. Don't ever listen to people who frame cryptocurrencies as a good thing. Yes, it is a good hedge against the dollar, but if you're focused on financial success, it is going to walk you right into the mark of the beast. What we are talking about is a major system of control that will be implemented around the whole world. When money goes digital into the blockchain, we will be entering a system of control that has never been seen before. Everything we do will be documented and cannot be hidden. Our lives and all of our actions will be recorded. It's sad that so many people still do not believe or recognize this. This will start after the economic collapse and the dollar collapses. The central banks of the world will start with central bank digital currencies, but eventually this will all be merged into a one world digital currency. And all the transaction in the world will be in complete control and seen by all that control this world. No one will be able to buy or sell anything without the system knowing exactly what you are doing. This is the world that we're entering, and if you have your eyes open just the smallest bit, this should be obvious and plain to see. In his second book on this subject, Shaping the Future of the Fourth Industrial Revolution, when speaking about blockchain, Schwab said, the permanent and transparent nature of blockchain records means they will be well suited to create secure digital identities, potentially revolutionizing everything from healthcare records to voting and the delivery of government services. They know that this technology will change the way the world is run. But are you planning for what the implementation of it will mean for your life and your family? Do not be reactive, but proactive. When they speak of secure digital identities, they are speaking about merging us with technology. You must understand what they're talking about. And that brings me into the last